The Power of Prayer. Evening of 23rd, 24 Iyar 5725. In honor of the King of Israel, my head's crown, Mr. S.H. Z. Shazar, dear in the eyes of God, like a wife to her husband, because of the great force of your desire with all your heart. For the true leader and sage, who throws down the arrogant and uplifts the lowly, and gathers and collects all the lost and alienated, and returns them to God and to His Torah, so that all will recognize and know God, and will give to God the crown of the kingdom. May God guard over you in the merit of the tzaddik, who draws down upon you great and completely new kindnesses and mercy, to expend your days and your years without any lack at all. Know, my brother, and believe firmly that from the time of the beginning of your existence in your mother's womb, it was decreed upon you by the Creator that you would be king over Israel, on condition that with the gift of your broad and straight intellect, and your polished and glorious tongue, you would teach the people the awesome path of truth that God has made appear before your eyes, through miracle and wonder, for 7 years, and that you would open the eyes and heart of Israel, that all would see and would recognize the real truth that is stored away and hidden and concealed from the eyes of everyone, upon which depends our redemption, and the redemption of our soul, and the rectification of the whole world in perfection. The main honor and greatness of the kingdom is specifically through humility, and the more humility the king has, the more his kingdom spreads out. For this is the way of the kingdom, that each time it must put its humility before its honor and greatness, just as every day when one rises from his bed he is still in a condition of smallness, meaning that he is dressed in simple clothing, and also his face is not yet bright and clear before he washes it. And afterwards he fixes his appearance and wears respectable attire, and he expands his greatness in the manner of a king. Blessed is the one who revives the dead with great mercy. I shall relate to you in brief the amazing miracle that God did with me in His great kindness. 2 weeks ago my wife became very ill, and her illness became stronger from day to day, and the great doctor, Professor Eliakim, said that her situation was very severe and that she needed a hospital immediately, and we took her to the Hadassah hospital, and the doctors said to despair, for there was no hope for her life, for she was in her death throes, without any feeling or senses at all, and we notified all the children and relatives to come and to be by her bed, and all of us cried, and our eyes filled with burning tears without respite. Still, despite all this, I strengthened myself with all my might, focusing steadily on faith and trust in God's help, that even if a sharp sword rests over a person's neck, he should not withhold himself from requesting mercy, and that even now, in this type of situation, God is able to revive her and to heal her. And I strengthened myself greatly in prayer and repentance next to her bed, almost the entire day of Friday, and on the night of the Holy Sabbath. She awakened and opened her eyes a little, and then began a slight change for the better, and slowly her situation gradually improved. But still, she was in great danger until last Thursday, and now her situation is improving from day to day, and the doctors are saying that a great miracle took place here, above the normal limits of nature. From the depths of my heart I give thanks and praise to the God of thanks, the faithful and merciful healer, who returned to her soul with his great mercy, and who made wondrous kindness for me, and gave me a present from his treasure house of free gifts. With great miracles and wonders, in the merit of our holy teacher, may his memory be for a blessing, and in the merit of your prayers and your joining in my affliction with all your heart and your soul, I felt this strongly in my heart. Also, I am standing watch and praying always for your peace and the peace of your dear spouse and of your noble sister, that God should heal you all completely, in body and soul, and should give to you a long life, a good life, in the merit of our teacher, the flowing stream. May his merit shield us, the author, who looks forward to your salvation and well-being. Israel Dovodesser. Attached to this is a letter from our dear friend Reb Levi Yitzchak Bender, the prayer leader on Rosh Hashanah. A letter of apology for the disgrace that they caused to President Shazar.
השקרן הזה, הוא רצה לבטל את זה, בשביל גבה. הוא אמר לכם שצודק, והיינו נחזרנו בינו, ואיפה אני נביא איתו.
הוא אמר לכם לבד שזה שקר?
כן, אני מכיר אותו טוב. כמו שאנחנו זכינו לדעת שזה אם אני אומר שקרן, אני לחדשו להם השם בישראל לפחות הרעיון של שלמני, אבל הוא פחד, הוא פחד שהעקרות שלו נפגע. נכתב מהבני, לאיסור באר, לאיפה לביא יתחו.